Hey, what's going on YouTube? Well, here I am with my Whites XLT, and today I've been out treasure hunting on the beach, which is my first time actually doing it on the beach. I've done parks and football fields and all kinds of stuff, lakes, but I've never been to the beach. So here's what I found, and I'm going to get into that in a minute, but first I want to tell you where I am. I'm in Galveston, Texas. I live in Texas, but I live in Dallas. And I've been out all day today. I went out for about probably 6.5, 7 hours in total. Maybe 8, but no more than that. But I did find a couple good finds, and I did find quite a bit of stuff. So yeah, there's 2 rings there, and there's lots of coins, and we're going to get into that. And the oldest coin I found, let me just start by saying, is right here. It was a nickel, older part of the beach, and I don't know if you can see the date there, but it is 1949. 1949. I don't think that's a war nickel. It probably missed it by a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't look silvery. I think I'd know it if it was. But, oh, let me see. I have quite a few pennies here. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 21 pennies. Wait, actually 21, 22, 23. 23 pennies. 2 nickels. The other nickel is just like a, man, and it's newer and it looks even more worn. See if I can get a date off it. I'm looking at it here, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna, 1980. 1980, and of course 4 quarters. It's kind of interesting, you know, when you pull them out of the ground at the park. I think the ocean, well, some of them are actually a little bit more preserved, but some of them are kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of funky the way you see that green stuff on there. I have a dime to give a better example here. Lots of green there. So, but anyways, I found 8 quarters. I guess that was 23 pennies, 2 nickels, and 9 dimes. So that's $3.23. Actually 24 cents, because that's going to be a penny, and that just shows how bad some of them came out. I actually had one in my hand and I broke it in half. So found an AK-47 bullet. You know, this is Texas. This is the Gulf of Mexico. You know, who knows? Or I guess the question should be, where do you not find an AK-47 bullet? Really. Found a brake. Well, I guess that's to balance your car tires, not a brake pad. What am I thinking? Found a bullet here that's been shot. Fishing weight. Found a pearl earring, but I'm 99% sure that's fake. Found some funny little clock part. Don't really know what that is. So, well, there we are. The best finds. First, this ring. Now, this is not silver, but it was cool. Has a white rose on it. I don't even think that's a stone. It's probably just some type of modern ring. But it's cool, you know. Yeah. Came in as a 37 on my XLT. And anyways, maybe you've never seen one of these things start up. I'll show you what it does here. Oh, I took my battery out. Oh yeah, I got a battery. So anyways, so that's that ring, and here's the best find. This is a 925 sterling, and it's an engagement ring. However, I do see the 925 on it, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it is there. And then I have 2 diamonds on each side, and it looks about a ½ carat stone. Now, if this was white gold, I'd say it's probably real, but I don't have a diamond tester. It's probably a cubic zirconia, but it will be tested. So, and I actually found this up in the sand dunes at the back. So the waves had pushed it there, and it probably had been there quite a while, because I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of darker tarnish on it. But it's definitely real 925 sterling. So, well, that's everything I got, and had a great time. I'm going to go out one more day for 3 hours, not tomorrow, but the next day. And my machine worked great. It balanced just fine. It was a little chattery sometimes in the water. I got in about 10 inches of water, but that's everything. And before I close this video, I'm going to read a passage because I am a Christian, and this is just the passage that's been on my mind. Luke chapter 12, verse 4. Jesus says, "And I say to you, my friends, do not be afraid of those who kill the body, and after that have no more they can do. But I will show you whom you should fear. Fear him whom after he has killed has the power to cast into hell. Yes, I say to you, fear him." And then immediately after this powerful word, we are to have a healthy fear of God. At times, it should be a terrifying fear that pushes us to obedience. But he says in verse 6, immediately after saying this word, "And are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 copper coins, and not one of them is forgotten before God." So here we have these coins. Of course, Jesus is talking about the sparrows, but he remembers the coins, and not one of them is forgotten before God. But the very hairs on your head are all numbered. Do not fear, therefore, for you are more value than many sparrows. Also, I say to you, whosoever confesses me before men, to him the Son of Man will also confess before the angels of God. But whosoever denies me before men will be denied before the angels of God. And then, while that's on your mind, I want to flip over to this passage from John, and then just hear this. Chapter 5, verse 28. "Do not marvel at this, for the hour is coming in which all who are in the graves will hear his voice and come forth." Now this is critical. "Those who have done good to the resurrection of life, and those who have done evil to the resurrection of condemnation." See, the Bible, it's very clear that there will be a resurrection of the righteous and the unrighteous. So that's why we should have a healthy fear of God, a healthy fear that drives us to belief, to fear, and to righteousness. Because just as one coin is not forgotten, just as one sparrow is not forgotten, everything is going to go before judgment. But you know what? We have nothing to fear if you've put your faith in Christ. And I pray for everyone out there that's watching. If you haven't made that decision, that's why he came. I mean, it's so much more than that. He came to justify us, to make us righteous, because we could never be righteous. The law made nothing perfect. Someone can tell you what's right. They can tell you your whole life, but if you don't really, it has to come from something more. It has to come from love, and that's what God has given us in Christ. And I know that when you reach out to him and seek him with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, that he will be found. You will find God. He will be found. He that seeks shall find. And then you won't be like a lost coin or a lost son, but you'll be found. You'll be adopted, like the book of Ephesians states. So I know this is kind of a lengthy message, and it's kind of turning in more to a Bible lesson, but it's just so important, and I just want everyone to really think about that. Fear him who is able to destroy both body and soul. And then when you really come to know him, it's not going to be fear, it's going to be love. But thank you guys if you've stuck around and if you watched this much of this video. Thank y'all for checking it out. And I just want to encourage you to get out to the beach. Had a good day. 2 rings. I've done that on a soccer field before in about 3 hours as well. Yeah, it's actually funny. My first gold ring, I'm going to show you all my rings one day. I'm going to get to it. But I found my first gold ring, and then the very next signal was the second gold ring. The day that I found my first gold ring, I found 2 of them. So, stay encouraged. Let me see this AK bullet. I'm not going to be able to make out anything. I don't know who made it. It looks steel. It's probably Tula or Wolf. Someone just drove down to the beach to shoot off a few rounds. But y'all have a great day, and I will keep you updated. God bless. Till next time, happy hunting, you guys.